Hi, I'm Albert from Above and Beyond Creative Sewing Shops here in Nanuet, New York. And today I'd like to talk to you about Premiere Plus 2 embroidery software. If you own an embroidery machine already, you're really limited to what the machine can do. But if you purchase software, you can really expand to anything you want to do. You want to add lettering, you want to shape lettering, you want to create your own designs. It's one of the wonderful features of Premiere Plus 2 software. It gives you the flexibility you need when you're doing embroidery to be really creative and come up with your own designs rather than just buying things off the shelf that are pre-made. So today I'd like to show you how to go ahead and create a design using the Premiere Plus 2 embroidery system. So I've already gone ahead and opened up my Premiere Plus 2 embroidery screen, and on it we have a 5x7 hoop. Now this works for all brands of sewing machines. Pfaff, Babylock, Bernina, Janome, all the different brands out there. And all you need to do is select the file type you want to save based on your embroidery machine. So here's our 5x7 hoop. I happen to have selected a Babylock hoop, and we're going to create a design into the hoop. Premiere Plus 2 software comes with this wonderful button called Wizards. And you simply select Wizards. And there's a whole lot of different wizards available. Today we're going to be using the Express Design Wizard. Every time you highlight a button, it tells you what that button does, and it gives you options. In this case, we're going to be creating a design into our hoop. So I'm going to select Express Design into Hoop. Now it's going to pop up a new screen that asks me if I want to do an express embroidery, a trace, or a border. We're going to go ahead and do an embroidery today, so I'll hit next. And the first step is we need to load a picture. Now the Premiere Plus 2 software comes with tons of pictures to pick from, but it's just as easy to go online to Google or Yahoo and find something that you want to create by simply typing in what you want to create, and it'll do it for you automatically. So there's a bunch of designs built in here. I think it's close to 700 different designs. You just kind of scroll down and find the one you want. Since it's October and we're close to Halloween, I'm going to go ahead and pick the witch's hat. I'm going to pick the witch's hat and hit OK, and it brings it into my screen. If I'm happy with my selection, I can then hit the next button. Now here is this screen where I can crop the design. I'm not going to crop it or rotate it because I like it just the way it is, but you could do that. I'm going to hit next. And now it's going to go ahead and calculate how many colors it needs to create the design. In this case, it's recommending we use 7 colors. But sometimes the variation in shading is so minimal that you might want to reduce the amounts of thread changes. And that's simply done by coming up here and choosing how many colors you think would work for the design. So I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. I changed it to 5 colors, and then we'll see what the result looks like. Now because I changed it to 5 colors, it dropped a little bit of the shading. So we're going to go back and go up 1 and try again and see how that looks. And we're going to go back to the 7. Sometimes we have to stick with what the computer wants because the computer knows best. So there's our witch's hat all ready to turn into an embroidery. Of course we can change our threads. Say we're using Isacord or a different brand. I simply go here and I can choose the brand of thread I want. So if I was in fact using Isacord, I would scroll down, find my Isacord thread, which is right over here. And now I've changed it to that. But we're using Floriani, so I'm going to go ahead and change it back to Floriani Poly, which is right up over here. And that's how we're going to create the design. So no matter what color palette you're using, you can alter this to match your color palette that you have at home. Once I'm done with that, I hit next, and now it's thinking. That's what those little gears are working on, and it's gone ahead and created my design. One other thing that this will do for you is you can tell it what kind of fabric you like, or you're using it on, whether it's on a terry cloth towel or woven fabric or a knit fabric. The idea is there, it'll change the stitches to match the type of fabric you're using. And then you can also have it do a design underlay. And what that'll do is it'll create some stitches behind the embroidery to support those stitches. Very important when you're doing something like on terry cloth or something that's a little bit softer. We can also change our fill and satin stitch type so that we can create more satin stitch in some areas and more fill stitches in other areas. So like around the brim of the hat or all these should all probably be satin stitches. So we'll move this bar up a little bit and pick a couple extra satin stitches. Once I'm happy with that, I hit refresh preview. It'll show me again what the final design is going to look like. And if I'm happy with the result, which I am, I think it looks great, I'm going to hit finish. And it'll automatically put it in the hoop for me. Now it's giving me a 2D view of the embroidery. It's showing me the actual stitches. I can zoom in here to see all the actual stitches. But if I go to my View tab here, I can change it to a realistic 3D view so you'll see exactly what it's going to embroider like. And that's just perfect. And so we went from just a picture to a full embroidery design in just a couple of minutes with a couple of easy steps, thanks to the Premiere Plus 2 Wizard. At this point, I would simply save it onto a USB stick, plug it into my embroidery machine, and stitch it out. I could add lettering if I wanted to here. I can add a name or other designs or anything I want. I can change my background color. I can use the color visualizer to see different color options. That's all built into the software. If you end up purchasing software from us, we do teach you how to use it. We offer a wide variety of classes on Premiere Plus 2 software to kind of help you through the process to learn how to use it. But it is really that simple using the wizards on Premiere Plus 2. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Please call the store if you have any questions. Again, we're Above and Beyond Creative Sewing in Nanuet, and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye now.